So there is a lot of noise around this full moon. There's a lot of, I would say, information out there about it. We're still in Mercury retrograde, and we will be until the 25th. This full moon in Aquarius, since also a supermoon, it is going to be physically as close to the earth as it'll ever be all year. Its power will be potent, but it's not because the Aquarian energy that it's a bit chaotic. There are a bunch of planets that are in opposition right now. And right now, I would say, is the time, instead of to manifest, is the time to sit back and take stock of everything happening in your life, right? The one thing I thought about with this full moon, the theme, would be think about the level of capacity that you have for gratitude during this full moon, because it's going to be happening in a time of chaos, change, transformation, all of those things. And in my last reading, I was actually talking about how the key to Mercury retrograde, kind of surviving it, is actually going up into your higher self, to take the time, develop your spirituality, move fuller into where you're at, dive into your ritual, kind of like almost like mind your own business, but also clean up your side of the road in a way of like spiritually clean up your side of the road. Figure out like what are some types of divination that you haven't tried yet, like what are some ways that you could deepen the way that you show up in ritual. That's the tone of the entire month, right? But with this supermoon, it's about, like as you're experiencing all of the things that Mercury retrograde brings on, for me, it was losing my truck brakes. It was, I still don't have my laptop, my battery went on my laptop, and I'm writing a book, like all those things. Instead of sitting in lack and coping mechanisms and kind of, if you don't have the thing, like doing kind of the toxic things to, diving into those toxic behaviors to kind of make up for the thing, that's the theme. The theme of this moon is not to manifest. It is to just simply sit back and almost like be very grateful, but also find something that calms down one of your senses, right? For example, right now, I'm burning Raven and Crone's vervain candle because we have some spirit activity in our house. This morning I woke up to footsteps, like walking all the way into our room and up to the edge of the bed, and I was like, oh, cool. And I asked my partner, I'm like, did you hear that? And he just grunted, which made me realize he was still asleep. But I'm burning my favorite incense right now. I've got it stuck in the candle. It's how I roll. I have like 10,000 incense burners, and I never use any of them. But the key to tonight's full moon is just gratitude for what you have, but think about the capacity of gratitude that you have in chaos, when you're in chaos, right? And that is the key during this Mercury retrograde, is to be great. Even if shit is going sideways, find gratitude for the small things that you still have, and know that it's a passing period. The other thing I want to bring up too is this full moon cycle started on February, I want to say it's 9th of this past year. There was a full moon, there's a new moon in Aquarius that started February 9th. I want you to think about what could have started during that cycle. Whatever it is, it's closing now. It's like closing that chapter, and you have to think to yourself, what happened during that time and have I mastered it, right? So if you're doing any kind of journaling tonight or automatic writing, that would be it. What happened in February 9th-ish of 2024? What is the cycle? Identify it, and how is it closing? And then take it from there, right? But whatever you do tonight, immerse yourself in something that makes you feel decadent, so that it brings forward that feeling of relaxation and gratitude. For me, it's my incense. I'm also going to be doing a sauna night where it's like I'm going to be sweating and doing cold plunges to kind of make myself feel in my body, so I feel grateful, for this body. I recommended to my partner's mom this morning that she use scent, to help her, relax and express gratitude for whatever's happening in her life. But it's like, what is it that makes her feel relaxed? For my friend that I was talking to this morning as well, it's about she's starting a new job today, and on her way to work, what is one thing that she can see you know, something that she passes every day that she takes for granted, that she could be like, you know what, I'm really grateful that you get to witness me every day in this journey, you know, from today on. Whatever it is, and it's around your senses. So if you relax around a bath, you know, immersion of water, scent with a candle or perfume, or it's sight, you know, for me, I'm forest bathing this morning. I'm gonna have breakfast out here after I'm done here. Whatever it is for you, that is the only homework that you have for tonight, along with some journaling around figuring out what is the cycle that is closing for you. And it doesn't have to be a super dramatic cycle. For me, I actually, when I think about it, not really on purpose or intentionally, my partner and I decided to become more serious on February 11th. It was like right after that moon. And since then, there's been a lot of growth around love and relationship, and trust, you know, for me and on my end. And I feel like that is the cycle that I'm identifying with as well. But think about what that is for you. I'm actually going to dive into, maybe it's not my old runes, but I've got these wooden runes that I'm going to pull for today. And it's just like not stepping into the energy. It is just to soak in the energy. And that's why I'm pulling them. That's funny. Gibo, maybe this is the focus. This is one of the focuses that you could do. Look how cute this like little piece of, it's like a little branch that's carved up. But this is Gibo. Gibo is partnership and relationship. Maybe express gratitude around the relationships that you have. This could be friendships. If you are starting a business fresh, or if you're letting go of a business, looking at a particular client in front of mine who had to release a major business partner and is starting fresh, but it's like, express gratitude for the lack of chaos and maybe the introduction of a new chapter in your life around partnership. And that goes for love relationship, friendships, and work relationships, work partnerships. The challenge is Esau's. See where there we go. Esau's is stillness. It's actually like going still. And I think to what I talked about before tonight, instead of like sitting there with a massive fire and being like, yeah, like, let's get it, like full moon. It's not about that energy. It's actually about holding. It's about studying your capacity to be grateful in a time of chaos. The other thing I was also talking to this morning about was I want to watch the news today, because I have a feeling that something's going to be revealed or something's going to happen, because I feel like it's in alignment with studying transformation, specifically in our government structure. I'm curious to see what happens in the arena today. But sometimes during full moons like this, and it's more about the planets in opposition, there is a fuck ton of like revelation that comes forward. Anyway, studying your partnerships, being grateful for the new chapters, going still, you know, tonight, that's all you should be doing is writing, expressing gratitude for what you have, and just enjoying something in your sensory. The outcome is Kanu, which is opportunity. It's you stepping through to a new chapter. Whenever I do Kanu, and maybe this is like a callback to writing, but whenever I look at this rune specifically, it looks like a window, right? Or a torch. Sometimes people say that it means torch, you know, in the Nordic community. To me, it's like a chance to look at lists, right? When you're about to make a major decision, when I am about to make a major decision, I sit down and I write all the pros and cons, and I evaluate how it's going to benefit me, who I may hurt. You know, it's like I really take time to think about bigger picture stuff instead of just being stuck in like the macro. This embodies that. This rune, I feel like if anything, what this tells me is that if you express gratitude tonight, look at your cycles from last February, go quiet, you may have some revelation around what the next chapter may look like. I'll say this, Honey Boo Boo used to say, of course I'm not going to reveal like my generation at this point, but Honey Boo Boo used to say, we're all a little gay, right? Which is totally true. Kinsey said so too. But to me, I say we're all a little intuitive. We all have the capacity to express intuition, to know things. A lot of like, you know, and a lot of people think that only feminines, that it's exclusive to women or feminines, that intuition or that intuitive capacity. That's absolutely not true as well. we all have the ability to sit still and feel something that's bigger than us. And that is my invitation tonight, is that when you guys are doing your full moon ritual or taking a beat, you know, if ritual isn't your thing, but you're taking a beat, I want you to do the thing, like express the gratitude despite the season. Go inside, you know, kind of like do some writing, light a candle, go with your senses. But I want you to, at the very end of the night, before you're done with doing your full moon thing, take 5 minutes and put some mindfulness to it and see what comes in. Just go quiet for a second and ask yourself, what gifts can reveal themselves to me? And I can guarantee you're going to get an answer, whether it be through meditation, whether it be through active visualization. You could just be kind of like staring at your candle and just let a message come through. The challenge is, don't limit yourself. Don't not believe whatever you hear. The first thing is believe whatever comes through, and that is your truth. That is your message. That is your intuitive gift. So good luck tonight. Be on the lookout of any chaos that is external of you, and then avoid it. But yeah, it's gonna be a chaotic day, season this week. Just lay back and let the planets and the moon do its thing, and just be grateful. That's all you got to do. Take care. Have an amazing evening. The moon was like really beautiful last night. It's gonna be stunning tonight, so enjoy.